I'll send it in retweets. I'll send.
Welcome, everybody, to our pregame show for tonight's wildcard matchup between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Let's drink that dirty water, boys. Let's go Red Sox.
I mean, just think about what you said. You're already way off. Let's drink that dirty water.
Let's drink that dirty water, baby.
I get that it's your vibe. I get that it's your hashtag. But I mean, geez, that's just like pathetic. I mean, McAdoo, are you a little embarrassed right now hearing that right out the gate?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they have dirty water in Boston, so that's why he said it. So.
I'm sorry. McAdoo told me how his old screen name used to have 27 in it for the amount of rings they've won. Typical Yankees fan who brags about rings they won when he wasn't alive. That's like it's like me bragging about my grandpa making out with Dolly Parton like one night at a bar. Get out of here.
More like you trying to attack the best. Let's talk about the present, because right now the Red Sox are the team with more to lose in this game. They were the ones who were in first place for a lot of early part of the season. Well, not, most of it was May, June. Obviously, the Rays took over. I feel like the Red Sox have a little bit more to lose here, Duane.
I know they do, man. They were up. I mean, I think, what was it? Not even 2 months ago, they were up an astronomical amount of games, and then their game went to shit. Everything about their game went to shit, and now but you know what? It made for the dramatics at the end of the season. Came down to the very last game, and I was hyped, and I stayed hyped, and I'm still hyped. So, I can't wait to just see McAdoo really just drown in his salty tears when Roman Reigns loses the Universal title to Brock Lesnar and the New York Yankees lose the wild card to my Boston Red Sox. It's going to be hype.
Yeah, neither one of those two things are happening, just first and foremost. Let's get that out of the way. I mean, the Yankees, they halted a little bit last weekend, but they owned the Red Sox. What was it? Not last weekend, but the weekend before, with Giancarlo Stanton going monster after monster shot, homering in each of those 3 games en route to the Yankee sweep of the Red Sox.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like McAdoo said. I mean, yeah, we got Cole on the bump. Obviously, you got to respect, Eovaldi for what he's done in a Red Sox uniform. But I mean, are we really worried about Schwarber? Are we really worried about Hunter Renfroe? I mean, come on, Stanton and Judge, those are like titans compared to those mortals. Duane just left because he's so upset, honestly. That's the only reason I can think of. He's also upset that the Sabres just went up 1-0 in the preseason. Murray scored a goal. What do you got, Duane? I know you're probably firing up.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to have our this all die on us real quick here. I'm unprepared, guys. A little unprofessional. Didn't plug it in.
Just
there we
go.
go. We're good to go.
What else do you expect? What else do you expect from a Red Sox, supporters?
I know, unprepared. Just like most of the season.
Not ready, no plan, and things are faltering at the last second. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm hyped for tonight. Not often you get to see the Boston Red Sox, and the New York Yankees in any type of playoff atmosphere matchup. I think one of the last times was 2004 when the New York Yankees were up 3 games to nothing in the ALCS. 3 games to nothing. And what happened, guys? What happened?
Excuse me.
Can you guys? What happened? Be honest.
Living in the past. Packages living in the past. Duane's talking about something that was happening when he was having like his 2nd grade birthday party. Let me get someone in here who's about to knock you out of the
I was alive and well. I was alive and well.
Bro, I am not sitting here listening. I will not sit here and listen to you. I'm driving home, and I can't sit here and listen to you anymore. You literally make no sense when you talk, Duane, about the Red Sox.
No sense when I talk. Okay.
Stick to hockey, Duane.
Stick to hockey. Hey, I am true to the core. Boston Red Sox. My family's from the area, from Worcester, Massachusetts. I have it on my arm, tattooed, Veritech punching the steroid giant A-Rod in the face. So don't give me your crap that I'm a true passionate Red Sox fan. Find me any other Red Sox fan that has that tattooed on their body.
No, they probably have I Love Duane tattooed somewhere on them.
They might.
Well, here's my thoughts, boys, because I have to chime in here. Sorry, it's a little dark. I'm driving home here. But I just want to say, I think Garrett Cole goes out tonight and mows them down. Everybody's been talking about him. Everyone's been talking crap about him. I just think he's going to mow it down tonight, get the job done. And the king of all kings tonight, my guy, Gio Urshela is going to come through in the clutch for the Yankees. Duane, you're going to be complaining about the Red Sox and the Sabres, which I don't know how anyone's ever going to – I just don't know what anyone's going to do this offseason for baseball.
We've been live for 6 minutes, and Duane has left the scene 3 times already. That's all I'm going to say. And there's probably
we're going to break out jerseys. Hey, Matthew, how much money did you pay A-Rod for that one ring? Get out of here.
Get
out of here. One championship? Duane, you would probably raise Dominic Hasek's ancestors if the Sabres got a Stanley Cup. So don't be talking about one ring like it's nothing.
You guys have a higher pay. You guys pay for your players too. I don't want to hear about it. How much did you pay for Sam?
Hey, I never made any comments about paying for players like that. I'm just saying.
You just said.
How dare I have a jersey of my favorite player?
You guys paid a lot of money for that guy on there, but too bad his cousin wasn't around long enough to help you guys win a second one under that contract.
His cousin.
All I know is that
McAdoo knows what I'm talking about.
Right out of the gate, right out of the kickoff on this show, Duane attacked McAdoo for living in the past. And ever since, Duane has only brought up stuff that's happened at least 10 years ago.
Let's talk about the history.
Here. We're talking about tonight. We're talking about tonight. He's a favorite. What are you going to do against Cole? You got no hope.
What are you doing against Uvalde?
I mean, they're going to tit him. Judge, Stanton, Gallo, Torres, they'll probably take him.
Get out of here with that. Listen, dude. When JD steps to the plate every single time, it's over, boys. That's right. He is out.
He's out.
I forgot about that. He's out.
Yeah, he's out. He's on his leg.
What did I tell you that?
I forgot he's out. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm excited. I'm thinking about Stanton. Who we have that matches up against Stanton, and it's usually JD. That was my mistake.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, it would be really great if JD Martinez and led, but he's not. So, yeah, it's probably going to be Brett Gardner stealing the show, looking like a thumb.
Oh, get out of here with Brett Gardner.
Duane, is Dustin Pedroia in the lineup?
He might be. Might be in the building.
Yeah, is Nomar Garciaparra going to eke out a 2-for-4 with his
Well, don't even go back to Nomar. Listen, no, I don't want to hear any Nomar blasphemy on this podcast.
Why?
Absolutely not.
What's wrong with Nomar?
Nomar was a gem.
Why? He took steroids.
I don't care. So did A-Rod.
Yeah, but you started the A-Rod thing.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
How many Red Sox titles does Garciaparra have?
0. I don't know, but he was a gem.
How many Yankees titles did A-Rod have?
1.
Is that more than 0?
Yeah, but how many Red Sox titles in the last, I don't know, 20 years?
Duane, check this out, Duane.
4.
You have as many World Series titles as Nomar Garciaparra. Oh, I love this.
Oh my God.
Cons, throw on your unbiased hat for a second. What's the key matchup? What are the and I'm going to challenge you here. What would the Red Sox have to do as an underdog at home tonight to beat the Yankees? They got to get to Cole early. They got to have a stud performance from Eovaldi. What gets it done?
So honestly, this is going to sound kind of like I'm poking fun, but I really wholeheartedly believe that the Red Sox have the better manager. I do. I think Aaron Boone overthinks. I think he mismanages his pen a lot. I think Alex Cora knows all he has to do is get Garrett Cole out at 4 or 5 innings and get to the bullpen. And I think the Red Sox have a shot. I really think the matchup comes down to, can Cora make Boone think? Because when Boone thinks, he overthinks and he puts him in some terrible situations. So that's my matchup. Manager versus manager. And Cora knows. Cora knows he's better than Aaron Boone. And that's the sad thing about it.
I couldn't agree more with Cons. I think the length of at bats is going to be key for Boston tonight. You need to make Garrett really sweat during these early innings. You really got to keep these at bats as long as you possibly can. The sooner you get to that Yankees bullpen, the better chance you have at winning tonight.
And speaking of shot opportunities, speaking of shots, we have another Sabres shot on goal that finds the back of the twine. They're up 2-0 tonight. Any guesses who it was, Duane?
Casey Middlestat.
Nope. Vinny Hinostrov.
Oh, you love it. You love it.
Look at that. Look at that. Stanley Cup inbound. Duane loves Kim Pegula.
Is there a Stanley Cup
Duane, now that Cons was unbiased and he had some nice things to say, what might happen where the Yankees might beat the Red Sox tonight?
Garrett Cole is Garrett Cole. I mean, I think like when he's on, there really isn't a better pitcher in baseball. I'll admit that, man. He's great. You know, when the Yankees got him, I was pissed because A, as a Red Sox fan, I wanted to see us bring him to Fenway, and B, I used to have him in fantasy a few times. Like I just know what that guy's capable of, and you know when he's on, he's on. You know, kind of like Chris Sale. When Chris Sale's on and he's 100% healthy, like there is much of a better pitcher in baseball. Same thing can be said about Garrett Cole.
Interesting. McAdoo, any thoughts?
Yeah, I think that you don't see Cole go more 5 innings and then Boone's going to the bullpen. I think postseason baseball, you see starting pitchers go shorter than what they usually do, and they're both going to be going to the pen early, I think.
McAdoo, have we ever gotten this background from you? I feel like I've never seen it before. Are those Pokemon cards?
No, they're NASCAR diecasts.
Okay, they're NASCAR.
One other,
just
looking it up right now. They have Schwarber
leading
off tonight.
You might check the lineup 22 minutes first pitch.
It was only updated a couple hours ago, obviously because you know. But it looks like Bogarts will be hitting in JD's normal spot. So, you know, we'll see.
Look,
you know,
I just want to say something real quick, Duane, from a baseball enthusiast perspective. I, for the life of me, never understood. For the longest time, Red Sox fans did not like Xander Bogaerts. We can't find a spot for him. It's like
I love Xander.
You know, but this was 5-6 years ago, and Pedroia was still there. They had a trouble getting rid of Pedroia. It's the same thing. The Yankees had a problem with getting rid of Derek Jeter. You don't want the page to turn. Like
no, but you have to.
But it has to. Well, but Bogart's this year's shortstop now, but he was playing second base at the time.
Yeah, he's playing second.
Right. And I just think that when you look at Bogart's endeavors, okay, people are like, oh, this Red Sox team, blah, blah, blah. Okay, their pitching might not look great, but they still have two really good hitters. And when JD Martinez is on, he's on. He's not in the lineup tonight. But, Yankee fans, we can talk all the crap we want, but at the end of the day, we would kill to have Bogarts or Devers on our team.
Oh, my God.
McAdoo, am I wrong?
No,
you're not. Devers is an absolute stud. Bogarts can hit the crap out of the ball. So, absolutely, put him in the shortstop or third. Better options.
Both guys can tear. Oh, sorry, McAdoo. Both guys can absolutely tear the cover off the ball. That's for sure. I remember a lot of Red Sox fans were getting actually on Devers' case last year because of the inconsistencies. I always said, like, listen, man, this kid's going to be really, really good. He's still just a kid. Let this kid mature and continue to develop on this team, and he is going to be an absolute stud, a guy who's going to, contend for the batting title in the AL. Like, he's just that damn good. And then, Xander Bogaerts, another guy too, like you said, Konzi, he was always trying to fight his way in the line. One guy that used to drive me nuts that is no longer a Red Sox is Brock Holt. When we had Brock Holt, that guy could never consistently stay in the lineup, and he was the ultimate utility guy. I loved Brock. That guy played almost every position other than pitcher and catcher. The guy you could stick him anywhere on the field, and I hated seeing him leave.
Yeah. No, and it's kind of I like Bobby Delback, like your rookie. Like he's another one too. Like I get scared thinking about the power he has, but that's the thing. People don't realize these two teams going against each other tonight have a lot of good young prospects. And what scares me is tonight scares me a lot. I'm a little nervous, but it's the future. It's the AL East down the road because, in Maniac, you'll probably get to this. If you look at the AL East moving forward, you have an over 100 win team in the Rays. You have a Jays team that's young, up and coming, and can hit the baseball. You've got the Red Sox that, they've got a couple prospects coming up that are really good. And the Yankees, once they can figure out their lineup, maybe it's getting rid of Cashman, maybe it's getting rid of Boone. That's good. The only team that doesn't scare me is the Orioles because they're that kid in the back of the class with two pencils up their nose. But my point I'm making is you look at this division in the next 10 years, it's going to be a really exciting division to watch down the stretch. And I got to give my shout out to the Blue Jays because they just fell short. But next year is going to be a crucial season for them. And I'm just excited for baseball again and these rivalries to pick up.
Yeah, the AL East is definitely going to be the toughest division of all of baseball next year. There is no doubt about it, man, with those three teams alone. Another guy you didn't mention, though, is Alex Verdugo, a guy who kind of came on the scene this year. But he was inconsistent, but he had flashes of honest to God where he was the best player on the field a lot of nights, a couple times here in Buffalo when the Red Sox played the Jays. A guy that I kind of give me the same vibes that Devers gave me last year with the inconsistency. If that guy can find a way to really bring his game full circle next season, he could be another guy in this lineup that's really relied upon night in and night out.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. I will say, makes me a little nervous, even though the Yankees are only minor favorites. As a favorite this season, they are 52-79, which is not very good. And the Red Sox, as an underdog, opposingly, are 39-20. So a little bit of that mentality. Yankees aren't comfortable being a favorite, and Red Sox like having that chip on their shoulder, which might work for them tonight. One game to take all. And the great thing is that I think either of these teams could compete with the Rays, theoretically, or the Astros, I mean, either of these teams can make some noise.
Absolutely, man. No, go ahead, Gandhi.
I was just going to say, I agree with you, Maniac, but, at the same time, when I look at that Rays lineup, I hate it so much. But here's, not to get too deep into the Rays, but when I think about it, I mean, one of their guys is Joey Wendell, who – when you think about Joey Wendell, goes up to the plate, looks like a baseball player, has no gloves, but you could put him anywhere in the field. And for some strange reason, whenever the Yankees play the Rays, Wendell goes 3 for 4 or 2 for 3. It's a multi-hit game, and he has the one hit in the game that just breaks their back. So my biggest thing with the Yankees is going to be matchups in that series, but I hate to say it as a diehard Yankee fan. I want, when they go to play the Rays, quote unquote, I hope they win tonight. But man, that Rays team, it's just hard to match up against them no matter who you are. I mean, they've got a Rose Arena. Don't they have Nelson Cruz too now? I mean, it's getting crazy. Like, the power in that lineup's incredible, and none of those guys are even going to be there next year because they can't afford them.
Yeah, not that there's many Rays fans down there. I've been to a couple of games down there when I have family down in Florida, and we catch a couple of Rays games when they played the Red Sox when I was down there, and it's always empty, man. It's kind of sad because they have such a nice ballpark down there, and it sucks. Same thing with the Marlins. They have a great ballpark, and just can't get any fans to come out. But no,
it's tough. Miami has been tough since they went there. I mean, like, they invested in getting some entertaining players when they had Yelich, D. Gordon, Mike Stanton back in the day. But yeah, it seemed like they never really translated like they wanted it to. And obviously some of that, getting into it goes with Jose Fernandez passing away too tragically. So with that, I mean, but yeah. It would be very fun. It would be very nice to see them get competitive because that would make the NL East kind of, that would rejuvenate that division as well, which is kind of fallen by the wayside. Mets can't really ever get it done. Braves kind of struggled all year. Phillies same, and it was kind of like who didn't want to win the division this year in the NL East. But tonight, I got two predictions. I got the Yankees winning, and I got it a 2-0 Yankees game after 4 innings with Judge having an RBI.
I was telling McAdoo before we came on, I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game, but I don't think there's going to really be any in between. It's either going to be really tight or you're going to see bombs hit tonight. And I think I just don't think I don't see there being any in between. In a one-and-done situation, man, guys are going to sell out. They're going to do everything they can. They're going to be gripping the bat tight at the plate in certain situations. So I'm excited, man. I don't think there's going to be any in between here. I think it's going to be like a 2-1, 3-2 game, or you're going to look like it's going to be an absolute shootout, especially with the bats on both these teams.
I have the opposite. I have over 8. And I have the Yankees winning for obvious reasons. But
okay. Yeah,
McAdoo at the over 8. Let's go.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Konzi.
I got the under on this game. I see it being a pitcher's duel because it's Sale versus Cole, right?
It's Uvalde.
No, Uvalde. Sorry, Uvalde. My bad. But I just Garrett Cole's story is incredible. He goes from being the young kid in the stands at Yankee Stadium with the Yankee fanhood, brings it to the press conference. Everybody loves him. He comes into the press conference talking about it, and I just think he's such a fun guy to be around. He's a leader, and I think he has yet to etch his name into Yankees folklore and into the record books, into the playoff history books. And I think we're going to see one of those games out of Garrett Cole where you got like a 13-14 strikeout game. And I think Sale's going to be upwards of about 9 or 10, or I'm sorry, Evaldi. Why do I keep saying Sale? Sorry. Evaldi's going to be up there with about maybe 7 or 8 Ks, just because I think the Yankees, they struggle sometimes at the plate. But I think this is going to be that signature trademark game for Garrett Cole tonight. Pitchers duel, we're going to be on the edge of our seat. So I'm going to go 4-2 Yankees.
I mean, I could definitely see that, Konzi, for sure. Another thing, how long do you think, honest to God, how long do you think both these pitchers make it into this game?
I mean,
I think they're both up for the 6th.
I think they both have long leashes. I think that both these teams want to beat each other real bad, and neither team really has like a surefire, like long-term bullpen solution. Would be my thinking.
Cool. But you're going to see. The only way Garrett Cole comes out of the game is if he literally can't physically throw. Sorry, Mac, dude, didn't mean to interrupt you. There's been 2 times this season where he's told Aaron Boone, stay the hell in the dugout. And Aaron Boone said, okay. So Garrett Cole has a long leash. You're absolutely right. I think he'll throw his arm out tonight if he has to. I don't want
in a one and done situation, though, too. You could definitely see
that. I get that, but Garrett Cole's psychotic. You don't understand.
No, I agree with you. I'm talking from Boston's side. I mean, don't be surprised if it's a situation where you could see Chris Sale come into this game.
So the Yankees have Severino in the pen, don't they?
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Like when you're in a one and done situation, they won't hesitate to go to one of their starters for a 1-inning situation where you need to get an out. I could definitely see that.
If you want to talk about history 20 years ago, it would be a tall lefty coming out of the bullpen in an elimination game to keep the Yankees at bay in the form of Randy Johnson on the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2001.
And we can also talk a little about Pedro Martinez too in 2004. But I mean, we can't.
We could have been talking about him in 2003 when they left him in like 3 innings too long and blew it.
Yeah, that's right. But just to wrap things up here.
Let's go, Yankees!
Just to wrap things up here, first pitch is in 18 minutes. I cannot wait. Just remember that this was brought to you by Picasso's Pizza, Outlet Liquor, and Hartman's Distilling. Unbelievable sponsors of ours. Make sure you get out there. Hartman's, Loganberry Vodka, and seltzers, absolutely to die for. Outlet Liquor, of course, the place to buy a case. And Picasso's Pizza. I actually have some leftover Picasso's in the fridge right now from Sunday. I'm going to shout out on that tonight during the game. Super pumped.
Yeah, it's the best of all worlds for any type of weekend get together. Whether you're getting ready for the weekend, get to Outlet Liquor, get to, Hartman's. You're ordering for the weekend, whether it's, game day like tonight or for the Bills game day. Yeah. Picasso's.
Remember, always drink responsibly.
Always drink responsibly.
Always. Enjoy Picasso's responsibly, too.
That's right.
Hey, Maniac, they don't call him McAdoo. They call him McAdoo because he does it all.
The Mac
Damn
attack.
It, Con.
The Mac attack, baby. Well, guys, we'll probably be joining you again at some point during the game, definitely near the end, maybe for a post game as well. So stay tuned for that. And just remember, this train never stops. And let's go, Red Sox. Let's drink that dirty water, baby.
Dirty water.
Clean water and Yankees in 9 innings. Bye.
Bye.